Welcome to Charlie Jane Speakers Radio. This is the show where we share speaking tips, tools, and resources to help you grow your public speaking business. Our goal at Charlie Jane is to get you, the speaker, on the platform in front of thousands of people so that you can teach and motivate your audience, enriching and empowering them to lead fulfilling lives. And now, here's your host, Wendi McNeil.
Hi there, it's Wendi McNeil here coming to you today with another podcast. We are going to have a great podcast today because I am talking about how to leverage your ebook into paid speaking gigs. How to leverage your ebook into paid speaking gigs. But first, I want to welcome you over to our free Facebook group. It is called Grow Your Speaking Business. Grow Your Speaking Business. You can find us on Facebook or you can go to speakingbizcommunity.com. Speakingbizcommunity.com will get you over there as well. So today's podcast. I almost forgot. We are opening the doors very soon to the Live Bold and Bloom Women's Speakers Club. We only open a few times a year. We'll be open for 6 days to any new women speakers that would love to join us. Any new speakers, any women speakers that are new, anybody that's thinking about starting a speaking business, or you've been speaking previously many years ago and you're restarting your business, or you could be a stuck speaker and you're not seeing any momentum. Your business is not growing. This club is for you. All right. It is called the Live Bold and Bloom Women's Speakers Club. We will be opening the doors very soon, and you can jump on our wait list and we'll notify you when we open the doors. But I will go ahead and share that link in the show notes. You can also find it at charliejane.com. That's CharlieJane.com. Just go ahead and push that button. It says for speakers, and that will take you over there, and you can learn more about the Live Bold and Bloom Women's Speakers Club. Okay, on to today's podcast, how to leverage your ebook into paid speaking gigs. Okay. Now, if you have read any of my blogs over the many years, or if you've listened to my podcasts, you are going to know that I've talked about ebooks being one of the easiest ways to gain yourself free publicity, right? And while free publicity is always a good thing for speakers, that are really trying to grow their business, it's not the same as paid speaking gigs booked into your schedule. So with that in mind, in this podcast, I'm going to talk about how you can leverage your ebook into much more, than just the uptick in publicity. Okay? So let's get started. What's the best way to leverage your ebook into paid speaking opportunities? When you boil it down, it's actually really simple. The way that you turn your small ebook, large ebook, medium ebook, whichever, into a selling machine is to get it in front of as many eyeballs as possible, right? Sales has been and always will be a numbers game. So the more people you manage to introduce to your work, the higher your sales are going to be, right? The good news is that an ebook increases your credibility, right? And it demonstrates your industry knowledge, making it an extremely effective, quote unquote, business card for your speaking services. All that's left for you to do is to spread it as far and wide as possible. So, what are some of the best strategies for increasing the reach of your ebook? Offer your ebook for free, just for a limited time only, okay? For a limited time only. One of the most effective ways to get your ebook in front of as many people as possible is by offering it for free for a limited time only. In fact, Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing actually recommends this strategy as part of your book launch promotion. But nothing is stopping you from dropping the price temporarily after it's been on sale to drum up even more interest, right? By using this tactic, not only are you creating a win-win scenario for you and your readers, but you'll also gather reviews. You're going to start conversations with, interested parties and even secure promotional search positions on ebook platforms, such as Amazon. And this is going to create serious momentum. The limited time only offer It also creates like a sense of much needed urgency, right? If your readers can pick your ebook up for free whenever they want, there's no incentive to take a look now. And that's what you want, is now, right? So this would be the same concept of, we have multiple clubs here at Charlie Jane, and they only open a few times a year. And they're only open for 6 days, okay, to new members. That's it. Why? Because one of the reasons, it creates urgency. If we left the clubs open all year long, there's not really any urgency to join us. Like, maybe I'll join in a few months, or maybe I'll join next week, or I don't know, right? It's the same concept. You want to create urgency because you're only offering it for a limited time. Because our clubs are only open for 6 days, a few times a year, right? So you want to create the urgency. Let's see, the next one. You want to scale the reach of your ebook with, now again, if you've been with me for any amount of time, I talk about guest blogging and doing appearances on podcasts all the time, right? When you release an ebook, you will naturally promote it on every platform you control, such as your website, right? Your email lists, your social channels. But your reach is only going to go so far, right? You need to spread your wings, and spread your wings far. Guest blogging is a great way to build authority anyways, right? But being the author of an ebook covering highly relevant subject materials within your industry pours gasoline on the fire when utilizing this marketing technique. As I mentioned earlier, your ebook gives you the credibility and the authority that many website and podcast owners crave. Plus, with each appearance and guest blog post, you're going to gain even more credibility, right? And eyeballs on your ebook will increase as you benefit from what? It's a constant cycle of exposure. Offer up insightful snippets of your ebook on social media, okay? It's all very well announcing, to the world that you've written an ebook, and leaving a link to it within your posts, but you need to be much more compelling than that to pique people's interest, okay? One of the best ways to increase your ebook's exposure and ultimately leverage it into paid speaking opportunities is to include insightful parts of your ebook within your social posts. So you could even maybe offer pieces of each chapter each week in LinkedIn posts or your Facebook posts to generate online, debate or feedback among your followers. Even just a few lines of your ebook can leave your followers wanting to learn more and passing, comments. The various algorithms will also pick up those interactions on your best performing posts. Before you know it, one little free slice of your expert knowledge could have appeared in thousands of individuals' timelines, right? Landing you a couple of paid speaking slots in the process. So you want to be able to do that. And like I said, if you can't do it yourself, you don't have time to do it, please find somebody to help you and hire them to do this for you, okay? Refer to yourself as an author as well as a speaker, okay? So on your one sheet, all your marketing material, in your email signature line, you are going to refer to yourself as an author now as well as a speaker, okay? You're going to be amazed at the number of speakers who forget to mention that they've also written a book. This is huge. It's very important. Remember, just because your book is digital, that doesn't mean it's any less worthy than a paperback. Nearly 100 million people in the U.S. alone today, they own an e-reader, or what do you call it, the Kindles. And there are over 100 billion tablet users globally. Okay? So the difference between ebooks and real books, quote unquote real books, is hardly even noticeable when you're reading on these types of mobile devices, right? So please don't belittle yourself. You are an author. So refer to yourself as an author. given this is the case, I don't want you to be afraid to give yourself the respect you deserve. Okay? And update all your bios on all your platforms, like I said, your signature line, your one sheet, wherever you can think of on your marketing material, and include author as well as speaker. If someone reads a guest blog post, or they listen to you on a podcast, they're bound to be intrigued and want to take a look at your ebook. But if you never mention that you're an author, they may never take up that option, for further reading, leading to missed opportunities, okay? An ebook is a brilliant sales tool if leveraged properly. Writing an ebook can take some time, right? It can take some time up front, but if you manage to leverage it correctly, using some of the techniques, that I've mentioned, you can reap the rewards in the form of a significant increase in paid opportunities. This is part of building your platform. It doesn't matter what business you're in. You've got to build your platform. You've got to build your speaking platform. And that means positioning yourself as an expert in your market, in your field. Okay? This is going to bring more opportunity. So you need to get yourself out there. These are just a few ideas. Like I said, these merely scratch the surface, honestly. And if you would like to discover dozens of more strategies for leveraging your ebook, you can come on over to our free Facebook group. Okay? Jump in there. It's called Grow Your Speaking Biz. I mentioned it earlier in the podcast. You can get there by going to speakingbizcommunity.com. Speakingbizcommunity.com will also get you over there. It's an incredible group, again, of talented speakers. Fantastic. Everybody's willing to share their latest tips, tricks for growing their business. And ebooks are a hot topic right now. All right. So make sure you head over there to learn more about leveraging your ebook into paid speaking gigs. Okay. I look forward to seeing you over there in our speaker community. And don't forget, check out the link in the show notes. Live Bold and Bloom Women's Speakers Club opens soon. Open for 6 days, and we only open a few times a year. So if you're looking to grow your speaking business, that's the place to be, ladies. So I will look forward to seeing y'all over in our Facebook group. And y'all take good care. Bye.